When I got started with LinkedIn, I thought the photo was just a formality, but since I've gotten more familiar with it, I've come to the conclusion that the photo carries almost as much weight as the entire rest of the profile. It used to be the only way to evaluate a photo was to let a person look at it and get their opinion, but there's a great new utility out called photofeeler.com that lets you get the crowd's opinion of what they think of your photo. And that's infinitely more valuable than just a single person's opinion. This utility lets your photos be rated by the crowd on 3 axes: competency, likability, and influence. And also it drives research at Princeton University. So it's not a gimmick, it's not a toy. It's designed by someone with a doctorate in mathematics, so it's really scientifically valid. They've done an analysis of the factors that make a good headshot, and I'm going to go through these really quickly with you. The first one is formal dress. That's a huge factor. Smiling with teeth visible is a big factor. A smile that's a laughing smile is good, but that's better like on a social side. Also, squinching is important. What is squinching? That is raising your lower lid without lowering your upper lid. It kind of conveys a feeling of confidence. Some people don't find it attractive, but it's just something that was found statistically significant in a good headshot photo. You can find more about squinching by searching youtube.com just on the word squinching. Here's another example. Going on down the factors, a smile with a closed mouth is better than nothing. Again, the defined jawline is really important. Again, that's something you may not be familiar with. This is Peter Hurley, a great headshot photographer. You can find more about him just by searching on youtube.com for Peter Hurley, H-U-R-L-E-Y. And he says most of us have a little loose skin under our chin that's not too attractive. And when we have a headshot taken, if we can project our head forward a little bit and down, that will tend to hide it. Here's an example. I think that's really amazing. Again, eyeglasses are an important factor, so if you wear eyeglasses, you might want to try wearing those to have those evaluated. It's kind of low on the list, so I thought it wasn't that important, but look at these pictures. This picture is decently rated. It's good enough to be used, but with no changes other than the eyeglasses added, look at the difference it makes. And this picture is also rated at the very precise level, which means there's a low margin of error. So you can be really confident that this picture would be liked by a lot more people than the other picture. And the last factor is eye contact. So that's an important thing in headshot. 5 quick things to remember about photos. Basically, it's not personal. It's not the person in the photo, it's how they're presented. These are photos of me. The left one was rated terribly. The one on the right got a really good rating. Again, every profile photo is a lie. We're moving dynamic people. To take a slice of us for a fraction of a second and say that's it, that's us, is not realistic, but that's the way it's done. So like with me, I was wearing a little bit of makeup, kind of dressed up more than usual. So it was a lie. When you have a photo taken, it's got to be a lie, but hopefully people would recognize me when they saw the photo. Now, if someone has a headshot from 20 years ago that they like, and then when the person meets them in person, they don't recognize them, that turns it into a big lie. And when a person realizes your headshot doesn't look like you really look like, then they might wonder, what else are they telling me? So whatever, it's very important to have a headshot that conveys what you actually look like. Again, it's not about beauty. A friend of mine that's very attractive had her headshot rated very poorly. Maybe on a dating site it would be different, but on LinkedIn it's not a factor at all. Again, it's not an option. You have to have a photo. If you come up in search results, if you have a photo, you're 7 times more likely to be clicked on. Any photo. It doesn't have to be wonderful, just the fact that you have a photo. And also, if people are looking for you, if you have a photo, you're 11 times more likely to be found. And this is what LinkedIn says. If they decided that you would not be found without a photo, they could change their search code to do that. Again, it's something that shouldn't matter, but it does. We can all argue that it shouldn't matter, but the fact is that it does, and we have to deal with the reality of it. So a quick way to get a good photo is to create a free account on PhotoFeeler, submit lots of different photos to be rated, and once you vote on other photos, you build up credits so you can use those credits to have your photo rated, and use a photo that rates at least 50% on all 3 dimensions. And you can also have it rated with a small margin of error, so you can be really confident that more people in general will like that photo than would like the other photos that rate poorly. Now I'll get back to your review.